What if retirement wasn't just about having enough money, but about designing a life you're genuinely excited to live? Today, we're talking about moving from surviving to thriving and how to make your retirement dreams become a reality. Hey there, and welcome to Wealthy After 40. I'm Daylene Higgins, your podcast host and financial coach. If you're a Gen X woman or couple who's worried about retirement, maybe you feel like you're starting late or don't have enough saved, you're in the right place. This show is all about ditching the financial stress and creating a retirement plan that works for your life now and later. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's figure this out together. Welcome to the final episode of the series. This is part 4 or phase 4 of my retirement ready framework called Your Money Freedom. This is the culmination of all your efforts. This is where we are all wanting to get to. Money freedom, right, is your retirement. Money freedom means you no longer have to trade time for money. You get to if you want to, but getting to this point is all in phase 4. So why is this phase different? And why is this the final phase? This phase, after you've got your reality, you've built your systems, and you've started understanding how to handle the decisions that come about in life for the now, dealing with emergencies, family members, kids, spouses, job loss, like all of the things. That was what is really going on in phase 3 is the here and now and knowing how to navigate those and how those are not going to derail us. We've got to get a handle on those to then come to phase 4, your money freedom. This phase is different because you're not just saving. You're not just paying off debt. You're not just trying to manage your money. You are shifting from autopilot or now living to intentional design, making intentional choices and building toward something specific. This phase is very crucial. This phase, in addition with the one question in phase 1, is very crucial and I think often overlooked for those of us thinking about retirement. I didn't think about it. I did at the very end. I realized how important it is to be prepared, to be living this life, it's more than just the money. Money still goes on. So money in retirement is phase 3. But to get to retirement, we have to be in phase 4. Most people skip this step. They just figure if I just keep saving, if I just keep working long enough and get Social Security, And most of you are not even thinking about the possibility of retirement or declaring when you want to retire. Right, we talk about that in the workshop. Now, the workshop's already happened, but there is another one coming up in April, August, and October. I would love to have you join me. You can learn more at elevatefinances.us/workshop, what that all entails, what the exact dates are, what the exact price is. But that is phase 1 in a sense, but it also is a question that helps you shape phase 4. So as you enter into phase 4, you're moving into your money freedom. We talked about it being intentional. We talked about it building toward something specific. We have to start asking ourselves the questions first and then answering them. And some of those questions are going to be What do you actually want retirement to look like, to be like, to all of those things? Now, for those of you who are like, I'm going to go travel. Great. Most people do. Most people don't understand why I don't want to do that. But what are you going to do Monday through Friday that you're not working? Or that you're not traveling? What are you going to do? What is retirement going to look like? This is where you run into one of two things if you're not being intentional. You sit in the chair all day, you get unhealthy, and you pass away within a year. I know, pretty heavy. I had a discussion with my brother. He retired from the railroad. It was his second retirement, but he was talking with individuals of, I think HR is what he said they were, anyways, of the railroad. And they were trying to figure out why most of the railroad retirees passed away within a year. It's because they had no purpose. They had no vision. They had no dream. So there's going to be a portion of this. I'm going to talk about money, but really we have to start visioning. What do you want? What do you not want? What could you do? Possibilities can be endless. Are you retiring with a spouse? Same time, around the same time? What is in their heart? Having these conversations. Doing vision exercises are so very important. Now, I think we should be dreaming. I think we should be exploring. And retirement isn't just a week of vacation from work. It's more than that. It can be humdrum if you're not prepared. All right, so then moving into the money side of it. As you're creating your vision may have some steps, some things that you need money. What is that impact? So in this phase, we begin building your estimated retirement budget. We start exploring your current expenses, which ones are not going to be there, what are new from your vision, and we start building those in. Now in phase 1, we create a financial independence number, meaning the amount you need to save to retire. But as you get into phase 4 and you start removing some expenses, adding some new ones, this is going to tweak your total savings amount you need, positive or negative. It could go up or it could go down. And so exploring this without compromising your financial security is crucial, but it is an intentional step you need to do. Identifying the gaps as you're moving closer, as you're getting closer, not just saying, I've solidified that from phase 1. No, we redo it again in phase 4. Now that we've got everything under control, we know how to make our money decisions, we know what is impacting, we know what is, what we're going to let impact us. Now we can have different gaps, bigger gaps, smaller gaps, but we can start looking and strategically close them, just like we did in phase 1. So then we move into adjusting your plan. You want to incorporate these big dreams. You want to dream about retirement and not just dream. We want to take action. So it's time to go back to your systems, back to those money decisions, and start adjusting your plan. Start adjusting the system that will support your freedom. Your freedom might look like a post-retirement cruise for 3 weeks. It might look like I'm just going to go part-time work, or I'm actually going to downsize my home. So what does that shift make? What does that do? You start making confident adjustments as you plan life changes. Phase 4 is where everything starts coming together. You have the freedom of knowing. Money stops feeling scary and it starts feeling exciting. Actually, I think it's retirement, because retirement is scary. Am I going to have enough? I've seen people that didn't have enough. If you don't pay attention until it happens, you're going to struggle. So let's face it now. You'll have the confidence to say yes to many opportunities. You'll be able to create opportunities. You'll be able to hopefully avoid some of those things that are going to derail you, or plan better if they're going to happen. You will be living your best life now while also preparing for later. You've heard me use that phrase, now and later. Phase 4 is the ultimate culmination of those efforts, so that you are not sacrificing the lifestyle you think you want, that you want to carry over. We really dial in here. I don't know how many people I have said, I don't want to give up the lifestyle I have. That is done in phase 4. That is created in this realm of what does that mean? We've got to create those visions. We've got to dial in, because typically when I hear people say that, they'll be like, we've got to get detailed. We've got to know what we're thinking. We've got to know what we're doing. So what does phase 4 help prevent? It helps prevent us from settling, just going, I guess I don't get to go do that, or I'm not going to do that, or it'll just be okay. Remember I talked about the railroad workers. They weren't okay. You will prevent unnecessary worry without action. As you dial in, you'll see where you need to make changes. You'll see what action steps you need to take. You'll know how to take those at this point. You've been through phase 1, 2, and 3. So really coming to the culmination and help you overall prevent reaching retirement and wishing that you had planned differently. Wishing that you had thought more about those Monday 8 hours, those Wednesday 8 hours, those extracurricular activities. A slow morning is amazing. I love mine. But if I did not have what I do right now, I would have to go find something else. Or at the risk of, I don't like retirement. I don't enjoy it. We have created such a identity in our work, in what we do, whether you like your job or not. It's now time in phase 4 to create that retirement identity. As you create that, you're going to step into that. You're going to be excited. And you're going to be able to retire successfully. All right, your action step from this episode is I want you to spend 15 minutes this week envisioning your ideal retirement day. Not your travel, not your going to spend time with your grandkids, things like that, unless that is a daily thing. I want you to envision your ideal retirement day, maybe even your week and your month. How are you going to be spending your time? I love to hear when individuals, retirees, are saying, I don't know how I worked. I have so much to do. That means they are successful. And that's what I hope for you. So this wraps up the series. This is phase 4. I've talked a little bit of how they all come together. We have our money reality of all of our efforts up to today. What does that mean? Phase 2, we've got to get our systems into place. If we don't have something giving us results, telling us what action steps to take, we're not going to reach retirement. And then phase 3, for our decisions, knowing how to make those decisions, knowing how to be prepared to make those decisions, using the tools and the systems that we had. I can't just give you a system and a tool and say, okay, goodbye. I've got to show you how to use it and make it effective. And then phase 4, the ultimate retirement, redialing into retirement reality. What do all those numbers mean? What do I need to have? Am I getting there? Can I create all these possibilities? That's what I want you doing. That's what I want you thinking. Your financial life can run on clarity, intention, and confidence. You won't have any more guessing, worrying, or hoping it will all work out. You have the framework. Now it's time to use it. I've given you action steps in each of these episodes. Hopefully you've done those. If you haven't, go and do those. I'm going to invite you to a retirement ready Q&A call to discuss what coaching you through this exact 4 phase could look like. I know you're thinking, I have special situations. Let's discuss them. Head over to elevatefinances.us/ready. Schedule that call. Let's spend 30 minutes together to see what that will look like. I'm excited to support any of those of you who are ready through these 4 phases. Again, to learn more about coaching, you can head over to elevatefinances.us/coaching, where I share the framework, but I also share what specifics you will get from it, what you won't get from it, who's it for, who is it not for, and how much is it. So I hope you will go check out that sales page. Let me know if you have any questions. Schedule that call. What is 30 minutes? Invest in yourself by finding 30 minutes of your time to jump on a call with me, and let's discuss how these 4 phases could work for you. Thank you for being a part of this series. We had the overview with the 4 phases. So if you've missed any of the last 5 episodes, please go back and listen to them. I also, again, encourage you to do those action steps. Those will help you see that you can take these steps to start making change and start making retirement possible. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. If you have found this episode helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe and leave me a review. It really helps others be able to find the show and get the support they need as well. And if you're ready to take action, be sure to take my retirement ready quiz at elevatefinances.us/quiz. It's the perfect place to begin your retirement plan. And hey, let's stay connected. I'm on Instagram, sharing quick tips, answering money questions, and just keeping it real about retirement planning. Find me at elevate_finances or search Daylene Higgins. I'd love to see you there. And remember, retirement isn't just a dream, it's a plan, and let's make it possible together.